Good afternoon, my dear friends. Good afternoon. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope we're all doing well. We are going to continue with where we stopped off the last time. So, if you remember from our discussions some a week back, right? We have been talking about selection control statements. In particular, we've been talking about the if statements, and we said that there are three major kinds or class types of if statements. We said that the first type, which we call the single alternative, okay? Some books, or in some cases, we refer to it as the if statement. Looks very simple, and how it looks or works is that it's a single if, and then you have something called a condition. And then when that condition is true, we write some statements, or we run some statements in here. There can be more than one statement in here, okay? So we call this one the single alternative, or the single if statement. Oh, my dear friends, Jonathan, stop writing on the, oh, come on. Hello.
Oh, sorry, sir, I didn't see it. So,
Those who are writing on the whiteboard, kindly stop, okay? We are trying to teach, okay? Then we also discussed that there are some we call there's one we call the dual alternative, okay? Selection, okay? Or some people refer to it as the two-way selection statements, okay? And now, hello.
Oh, sir.
Yeah, you can hear me. Oh, sorry. I think I went off. I don't know how. I think I went off. Okay. So I was talking about the dual alternative selection statements, right? And so the dual alternative uses a simple structure called the if else structure. And the if else structure, how it works is that we choose a particular option, whether it is true. When it is true, we choose one option, and when it is false, we choose another option. Okay. Okay. So here we choose an if, and then we have a condition, and then we have some statement. When it is true, this statement is for true, and then we have the else, and then we have another set of statements for the false. Okay, so this one is called the dual alternative. Okay, and I think before we left, we talked about the nested if statements, and we said that nested if statements, right? When we have nested if statements, we are simply referring to putting one if statement inside another if statement. Okay, so let me do an example on the side. So, for example, if I want to check whether a number is positive or negative, okay? But even with positive, we know that, oh, Mr. Johnson, kindly stop, okay? Mr. Johnson, stop writing on the whiteboard. Okay. So we know that even with a positive number, okay, we know that for positive numbers,
Hello, sir.
hello. Hey, I don't know what is happening. I just seem to be going off. Okay. So I was explaining with an example of an existing, I was explaining with an example. Let me just pull up one of the whiteboards. Okay. Okay. So I was saying that one example would be that we start a program, okay? And in this program, we declare a variable as an integer variable, let's call it number. And then in this program, we collect the number from the user, okay? So we say enter a number, okay? Then number 4, we collect the number, okay? So having collected the number from the user now, what we want to do is one of two things. Number one, we can check whether the number is positive or negative, okay? So we can check whether the number is greater than 0. If the number is greater than 0, then what we can do is that we can check whether the number we have collected, okay, greater than or equal to 0, sorry. The number we have collected is equal to, is equal to 0. Then number 7, we write equal to 0, okay? And number 8, else we write positive number, okay? Then number 9 and number 10. Number 10, if that one is not the case, then number 11, we write, okay, we write negative number. Okay. Then, please stop writing on the whiteboard. We do end the if, and then number 13, we end the program, okay? So if I squinch this a little bit so we can all see it, if I squinch it a little bit so we can all see it, you can see that from the program we have written, we have a couple of things we can take note of, okay? So we can see that in this program, we have an if-else statement, okay, a dual if statement hidden inside an if-else statement, okay? Now, this one is inside the one outside. So we call this one an outer if, and then we call the one inside an inner if. Are we okay? So this is an example of something we call a nested if statement. Do you remember from our last class, we discussed this concept? Yes. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So from our last class, I think we ended somewhere around here, and then we need to, I think even in our last class, we discussed the if-else if, the other type of if statement, where we have the if, and then we have the condition 1. If we have multiple conditions, then we have our statement, okay? Then we have we have the else, but another if with condition 2, okay? Then our statement. Okay, so statement 1, statement 2. Then we can have else if, and then we can have condition 3, and then we have statement 3, and then we can go on and on and on, and then finally we can add an else with statements about the else. If you remember, right? Most of you remember the lesson we had on this one. Any questions so far from those lessons? Any questions?
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Any questions so far? Any questions? No questions? Hey, wow. Okay, so today we are going to continue further and look at another very important um, part of the select statements, okay, or the selection statements. One important selection statement we are going to take a look at, okay, is called the switch case selection statement. And that is what is going to form the main part of what we are going to do. It's very simple, so we will not take too long to understanding it. And I'm sure all of you, once you have, or once you take a look at it briefly, you will understand it. So we're going to look at the conditional operator, and then we're going to look at the switch case statements and look at some examples of the switch case statements. Okay, please ask questions. So it's important you ask questions. So the if statements we've been writing, okay, we can write it in a shorthand form. Okay, we can write it in a shorthand form by using the what we call the ternary operator, right? We can write in a shorthand form by using a ternary operator. Okay, and how do we write the ternary operator? You first need to write the condition, and then you write your statement when it is true and your statement when it is false. Okay, so please remember this. Remember this small setup. Okay, please remember this small setup. Okay, so in this small setup, we write our condition first, followed by the expression or the statement when it is true, and then the statement when it is false. Now let's look at this example. So in this example, all of us are familiar with this if statement. So we can see an if statement, and then we can see the test condition. Okay, everybody knows that the test condition is this one. Okay, so that's the one we are testing. And then if it is true, this is what should happen when it is true. And then if it is false, this should happen when it is what? False. Okay. Now remember that we are using this else to trigger this one. Okay. Now, the three important things you need to write or to use the conditional operator, or what we call the ternary operator, is the test or the condition. Okay. So you have to write the test inside the brackets. So if you look at it over here, you can see time is less than 18, and that's what comes inside the brackets. Then immediately followed by the question mark. Don't forget the question mark, very important. And then the statements when it is true are the first ones that appear over here. So you can see the statements when it is true, right? Good day. Okay. Then the statements when it is false is the second one that appears over here. So what should happen when it is false? Okay. So write good evening. Okay. So over here, when we test the program and time is equal to maybe 20, we will check, is 20 less than 18? If 20 is less than 18, which is what? False. Then which one will be run? This one will be run. Okay, so we say good evening. Is that understood?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, another example. So in this other example, let's identify the three important things we need to use the shorthand. Number one, we need the test condition. So remember the test condition. Number two, we need the statement for true. Number three, hello.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know what is happening to the network today. It just keeps going off. Okay. So let's return back to the slideshow.
Okay.
Okay. So as I was saying earlier, right? So the 5 is also greater than or equal to the 3, goes into the brackets followed by a question mark. Then what should happen when it is true? It's equal to A. Then colon. Then what should happen when it is what? False, which is equal to B. So in the end, you notice that This is true, this is the false, and this is the test condition. And you can find it here, the test condition, the true, and the false. So you can convert any if-else statement into a ternary operator. Are we okay? Do you have any questions about it?
Please, can you come again? Because earlier the network was, if you can come again, sir.
Okay, so I'm saying that we are learning about the ternary operator, an operator called the ternary operator. It's a shorthand version, okay? There are three things you need to write the ternary operator. Number one, you need the test condition, okay? We call this a test condition, okay? So when you are writing the if statement, you normally write the test just inside the brackets like that, okay? So that's the one you put over here. Then number two, what should happen when it is true? So usually that one is a set of what? Statements when it is true. And then usually we write an else, and then we write or we follow it with what? Statements when it is what? False. So we have the test, the true statements, and the false statements. Are we okay? So something like this is what the if statement is. Now, if you have any if statement that looks like this, you can use this to shorten how you write it. Okay, and that's just what I'm teaching. I'm saying that for the first part or in the first case, use the test. Put the test inside the brackets. Then the second place, the true statement, put it first over here. Then in the last place, the false statement, put it last, just after the colon. Okay, so as an example, I showed you this one. There's a test, there's a true, there's a false statement. And that is what we just took the various things, okay? Look at it closely. That's the one over there. And then the true statement is over here, and the false statement is over here. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
So it's very simple. Just have the test first appear. The test should appear first in a bracket, followed by the question mark, then the true statement, okay? Then colon, then the false statement. I think Excel uses something like this,
Yes,
okay? For those of you who have used Excel,
yeah,
you see Excel has something like this built into it. Pardon?
Yeah, the Excel functions.
Yes, Excel functions. There's something like this in Excel function. That's the same idea, okay? It's not nothing complicated. It's very simple, okay? So another example I showed you earlier is this one. So, sorry. So it's this one. So notice that this one, we have the test condition. We have the true statement for true, and then statement for true, and then statements for what? For false, okay? Now, with this one, like I'm saying, I said that this is a test. So you pick the test and you put it inside the bracket. Then you write the question mark. Then you pick the true, you put it inside the first part. You write the colon. Then you pick the false, you put it inside the second part. You write the colon. So we have the test, the true, and the false. That's just what I have over here. So the test, the true, and the false. So you know that the test, of course, will go into the brackets. The true will come first, and then the false will come second. That's all. It's very simple. Okay. Okay. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I would have had us go back to the whiteboard, but I'm afraid that by the time we go and come back, the call will cut again, and then we'll have to start all over again somewhere. So I'm skeptical about going back to the whiteboard. I don't know. Okay, let me write something like this. So for example, if we have an if, and then we are checking whether a number is greater than 0. Okay, if it's greater than 0, we write positive. Okay, else, if it is else, it means it's not greater than 0. So we write what? Negative. Okay. Now, in the case where we have something like this in if else statement, we can quickly rewrite this using the ternary operator by first writing the number is greater than 0 inside the bracket. Okay. Then you immediately follow it with what? Question mark. Okay. Then what do you need to do when it is true? You write what? positive. So that is when it is true, followed by colon. Then you write, oh, sorry. Let me undo that. Then we write negative. Okay, so notice that we have written all the three things, the test, the positive, and then, sorry, the true and the false. Are we okay? Hello?
Yes.
Are we still on the call?
Yes, sir.
Please let me know that you're on the call. It's important. Okay. So let's go to another one. So the switch case is the final kind of selection statement we will learn in this class, and then we will move on to other things. Now, for the switch case, what happens is that we want to check vividly that one of the cases matches a particular test condition. Okay, so in the switch case, remember in the if statement, we are testing conditions. Okay, so in the if statement, where are we? Okay. So remember in the if statement, we are checking conditions. Okay, we are checking whether this one is true or false. If it is true, we can do this. If it is false, we can do this. Okay. Now, the switch case does not work the same way. Okay. For the switch case, we are checking whether the contents of the test expression is equal to one of the cases. Okay. So the switch case, the way it is written is a bit different. Okay, I'll show you. So if you can look, let's look at the syntax. If you can look on this side, notice that for the switch case, we will have something called an expression, a test expression. This is different from a logical condition. Logical conditions return true or false. Test expression returns a number or a character. So this one, it can only be used for what? An integer number or a character. So please take note, okay? The expression is different from condition. Condition means that you are returning true or false. Expression means that you are evaluating and returning a number. The number has to be a whole number, or the number can also be a character in ASCII. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let's look closely at it. Now, inside the body of the switch case, there are a few things I want you to take note of. Notice that there is something called a case and a value. Because this time around, we are not checking whether something is true or false, but we are checking whether the thing we have inside the expression is equal to the value. Okay, so it's a little bit different. The idea is a little bit different from the previous ideas. The idea here is that we are checking whether what is inside the expression, the test expression, is equivalent to what is inside the values. Okay, the case values. So we can have various case values. Notice that every case value has a colon. Okay, you see a colon? So you can see a colon after the value. It is important, please, don't ignore it. It's important to understand that in switch case, you have to bring a colon after every value. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then that's not the only thing, but you write the code you want to run when the value is matched, and then you go ahead and write the break statement. I will explain the break statement a little bit briefly, and then I'll show you with a diagram how the break statement works. So you can write or have as many cases as you want. So you can see in this example, I wrote ... meaning that you can write case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, all the way to case whatever you want to write, okay? So it means that there are many cases, okay? Note that here I'm using number, here I'm using n. It means that there can be many cases, okay? You can write as many as you want. Then another important thing I have to mention is that sometimes you can add what we call the default case. Just like the name is telling you, default case means that when none of the cases are correct, okay, if nothing here is true, then the one over here will run. Okay, so please take note of that. Default is run when none of the things here are true. Okay, if everything is false, then when there's a default case, the default case is what will run. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let me try and explain it with a diagram as well. So with a diagram, okay, we can see that if we draw a flow chart for this switch case, we'll end up with something like this, okay? In our flow chart, we see that when we start, sorry. In our flow chart, we see that the expression needs to have a value, okay? And the value, like I said, can be an integer or a character. Okay, so please take note of that. It's very important. Now, we test those values against one of these values. Okay, so there can be several of them. Now, when one of them is correct, for example, if the first one is correct, we will come and do these statements over here. And then because of the break, we will break out. Break means stop. Okay. Break means stop, don't continue. Okay, so we'll come and run the break and then we will go out. Another example, if the expression value is value 2, then we go and run the statements here, then you see we go all the way out. Do you see how easy it is? Very easy. If the expression value is value 3, okay, it means we will come all the way here. We'll come and run the statements and then we go out. Now, the break is important because the break is what will cause it from running all the other code. If, for instance, there was no break over here, then what will happen is that when we finish running this, we come in here. When we finish running, we come in here. When we finish running, we come in here. Okay. So it will mean that after testing, if we find a correct answer, maybe the answer is value 2, then we'll come and run the statements, and then we'll come all the way down here, come and run the statements, come all the way down here, come and run the statements before going out. Do you see the reason for the break? The break stops the program from running everything from the correct one to the last one. Any questions? If you don't ask me a question, I'll ask you a question, because this one, I'm expecting some small confusion. So I want you to answer or ask your question so I can help you answer them. Hello? Am I still on the call?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do we understand everything I just explained?
Sir. Sir.
I'm listening. No, I'm listening.
Please, why is it that the default before the last one, when the statement there is no break there, the last default?
Okay, so who heard what he said? I couldn't hear what he was saying.
Please, he's asking that why is that there's no break at where the default is, the default after the default statement.
Okay, because there's nothing after the default. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so there's nothing after the default. Did you understand that?
Okay, yes, sir.
There's nothing there. So if there's nothing there, then there's no need to. But you can put a default there, but there's no need to put a default there.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, any other? Okay. So let's go to the next one. Now, like I said earlier, statements like switch, statements like case, statements like break, and default, they are called reserved words. And so you should not use them when you are naming variables, okay? Because they are already used by the programming language. Are we okay? Oh, sorry. Like I said earlier, the expression can only be an integer or a character. So please take note of that, okay? You can only use an integer for value or for the character for the value, okay? So let's see an example. So in this first example, we have the grades for a student, okay? Maybe the grade is grade A or grade B or grade C or God knows what, okay? Now, we have some various cases. Notice that the cases are characters, meaning that grade is a character variable, okay? So it's equal to, maybe if it's equal to B, then you see there's A, there's B, there's C, there's D, there's F, and then there's a default. Okay, so if, for example, grade is B, so it means this one is not true because grade is not equal to A. This is true because grade is equal to B. So we will write what? The grade is B. And because of break, we will stop. Okay, so break means stop. Did you understand that? I'll repeat with another example. Okay, but if you don't understand it, you let me know. Okay. So maybe grade is D, okay? Now we check, is A equal to B, D? No. Is B equal to D? No. Is C equal to D? No. Is D equal to D? Yes. So because D is equal to D, we write the grade is D. Then break. Break means go out. Go outside. Okay? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hope everybody's following me very well. Okay. So last example, last demonstration. Okay. So in the last demo, okay. Oh, sorry. Let's say grade is equal to T. Okay. And we know that T is not equal to A. It's not equal to B. It's not equal to C. It's not equal to D. And it's not equal to F. So because it's not equal to any of the case options, we will check if there's a default and run the default. So we'll see the grade is invalid. Okay. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Another example, or any questions about this example before we go to another example? Hello? Okay. So I take it that there's no question. Let's go to the next one. Okay. So on the next one, we have a variable called D. Look, it's an integer variable. Notice that, like I said, it's a character variable. In the other case, this is an integer variable. Okay. Now we set day equal to 4. So maybe in memory somewhere, there's a variable called day, which is equal to 4. Okay. Now we check the various cases. Case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, case 6, case 7. Okay. Now, what we are simply doing is checking whether day is equal to one of these. So is it equal to 1? No. Is it equal to 2? No. Is it equal to 3? Sorry. No. Is it equal to 4? No. Is it equal to 5? No. Is it equal to 6? No. Is it equal to 7? Yes. Okay. We said that day is equal to what? 7. Okay. Now, if it is equal to 7, if it's equal to 7, then we write Sunday. So we write Sunday and we see break. So break means stop. Okay. So are we okay with it?
Why is it equal to 7?
Yes, sir.
You asking what?
Is that if it's equal to 7, it will break. And I want to understand why it's equal to 7.
Oh, are you not seeing this one over here?
Okay.
Hello?
Okay, so I get it, sir.
Because I just wrote it. That's why I don't know what you what you are looking at. But because I wrote is equal, I can equally write anything I want. Okay, I can just equally write that day is equal to 10. Now, in doing that, it's not equal to 10. 1 is not equal to 10. 2 is not equal to 10. 7 is also not equal to 10. Okay, so because this is also not true, it means none of these will run. None of them will run because this is equal to 7 and none of them is equal to 7. Okay. Hello, the gentleman, are you okay? Am I still on the call?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, please.
Okay.
If the day runs up to 10, it means you'll be ending up day 10, isn't it?
But there's no 10.
That's the break.
But there's no 10.
I am using the 10 you just wrote as an example.
And there was a case, maybe you have case 10. Hello?
Yes, sir.
And then from here, there was case 10, like this. Hello?
Say I'm on here.
Was there case 10 or is there case 10 in your question?
No, please.
Oh, I'm just asking. Maybe if case 10 is there, then fine. In this case, we don't have case 10.
Okay.
If you don't have case 10, there's no way you can say that it's not true. Do you see 10? You don't see 10. You don't see 10, do you? Okay. None of the numbers is equal to 10. So because none of them is equal to 10, you will not run any of them.
Okay.
You only run what you see over there. If it's not there, you can't assume that if you add it. No. Then add it before you tell us. If you don't add it and then you tell us that, oh, if you add it, that one is not, it's not correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so here on this slide, I try to just explain how the switch case works. So the mechanism of how it works is primarily in the matching. Okay, so if an expression is matched, so in the example over here, you see the expression is this one, D. So you see D. D has to be an integer or a character variable. Okay, so it will check whether what is in A is equal to case 1. Is it equal to case 2? Is it equal to case 3? Is it equal to case 4? Yes. And so we run this one. Once it finds the correct one and it sees the break, it will go outside. It will not run the other ones. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then another thing I need to mention to us all is the issue of the breaks. So let me remove some of the breaks. So for example, if there are no breaks, okay, over here, and then over here, okay? And then for example, day is equal to 3. Okay, we know 1 is not equal to 3, so that's incorrect. We know 2 is not equal to 3, so that's incorrect. But we know 3 is equal to 3, so this is correct. So we run Wednesday, and then we see Wednesday. Because there is no break, we will go ahead and go and run Thursday. Because there is no break, we will go ahead and go and run Friday. Because we see a break, then we go out. Do you understand the concept? We only stop running when we encounter a break. For the switch case, you must put a break in there to stop it from running everything. Any questions?
Okay, sir.
Okay, you guys are smart, very smart. So the expression must be matched, okay, against a particular case value. If the statements, if the case value is true, we will run all the statements until we encounter a break or we find an end of the switch structure. So it's important to have that at the back of your mind when you are working with the switch case, okay? Now, we will only run if the expression does not match any of the case values. It is only then that we run the default. So the default is run when the expression does not match any of the case values. The break causes an immediate exit from the switch. So whenever you see the break, you stop and then you exit the switch immediately. Okay. Let's go to another example. So basically, let me do an example in the, let me do an example in here, and then I'll come back to this one. Okay. Let's do a whiteboard. Can you still hear me or see the screen?
Yeah, we can see the whiteboard.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, that's good. Okay. That's okay. So we clear the board so that at least we can all see. Oh, Magdalene, please. Those of you who have just started, as soon as we open the whiteboard, you start writing on it. I don't even know why you do that. Please, you should not do that.
Please, can you prevent us from writing on it?
I don't know. I don't know what controls. I don't know how to control that feature. Unfortunately, there's not enough time to check everything on the whiteboard and see what prevents people from writing on the whiteboard.
Okay, so we just, sometimes we are zooming in and out, then it will be writing.
Wow. Then stop zooming in and out. Just watch what I'm doing.
Okay,
Solomon, Irenchi, Holy, Amenuve, Jonathan, and the rest. Stop zooming in and out. I've not written anything yet, so stop zooming. Just watch the screen, okay? Watch the screen. Don't touch the screen, just watch it, okay? So, Collins, Afrifa, please stop. Please stop. Jonathan, please stop. Okay. So let's see a small example. So for example, I have a variable, an integer variable called age. Okay. I set age to 4. Okay. Then I have a switch. Oh, so all the good advice I'm giving you, you don't like? I'm switching on age. Then if case is 1 year, okay, I simply write, okay, year old. Okay, then I write break. Then case, oh, Jonathan, please stop that. Case is equal to 2. Then I write 2 years old. Okay, then break. Then case is 3. So I write 3 years old. Then I do break. Then case 4 and case 5. I write old enough. Then I do break. Then let's do default, okay? Semicolon. Remember, these are, sorry, colons, okay? Then we write age not listed, okay? Then we can do a break, and then we can end the switch. So end switch. So let's see a small, sorry, I'm right-handed, so writing, I think the thing turns around if I write, sorry, okay? That's just a disadvantage of writing on not a sheet of paper. Mr. Solomon, kindly stop tweaking with the thing. Solomon, take your hands off the board. Yeah. Okay,
sir.
so here we have a very simple example. Everybody can see the example. We have a variable called age, and age is what we are using for the
Hello, sir.
Okay, I think all of what I wrote is gone, so let me rewrite that again. So, and age is equal to maybe 3, then switch on age. Then if we have case 1, we say write year old, and we break. Okay, and we say then okay, so if we say case 2, oh, Solomon, come on. Um, 2 years old, then we do a break, and then we say case 3, then we write I think I was doing 2 of them with the same thing. Okay, so if we do case 3 and case 4 together, we can do write old enough, quotes, we do a break, and then if we do default colon, we can do write invalid age. Okay, and we do break. Okay, so let me squint it a bit. Everybody can see, right?
Yes, sir.
Hello, can we
Yes,
see?
please.
Okay, so let's examine the program a little bit. So you can see that we have variable called age, and then age is equal to 3. So because age is equal to 3, we are checking it against these things, okay? Against the various cases. Now notice that between 3 and 4, there is nothing in between them, okay? There is no code, neither is there any break, neither is there anything written between them. So because there's nothing in between them, what happens is that when age is equal to 3 or when age is equal to 4, for the 2 of them, the same printout is possible to see. So when age is equal to 3, we will see old enough. Also when age is equal to 4, we will also see old enough. Okay, so that is how the whole thing works when we have no break in between them. Okay, if there's no break in between them, then whatever happens for the first case also happens for the next case. Okay, but see that there's break in between case 2 and case 3. Okay, you see this break? Because of this break, even if this is equal to 2, and then we see 2 years, because of this break, we will stop and then we will go out. We will not come and run the number 3 and the number 4. Are we okay? Now, if for instance, age is equal to, it's not equal to 2 or 3, but it's equal to maybe 7. Because 7 is not listed as one of the options, then because of the default, we'll see invalid age. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now writing this if statement is the same as, writing this switch case statement is the same as writing an if statement, which is checking whether this is true, okay? So we write year old. Okay. Then you do else if, then you write age is equal 2. So you write 2 years old. Okay. Then you write else if age is equal 3 or, okay, age is equal 4, then we write old enough. Okay. The default is the else. So you will write invalid age. Okay. So look at this, look at them side by side. So looking at them side by side, sorry, I think screenshot and okay. So looking at them side by side, you see that case 1 is just like checking if age is equal 1. Okay. Then case 2 is just like checking if age is equal to 2. Okay. Then if you have case 3 colon case 4 like this, it is equal to checking whether case is equal to 3 or case is age is equal 4. Okay. So when you write something like this, case 3 colon, you write nothing, and then in between them you write case 4 colon before you write the statement. What it means is that you are checking 2 things, and then you are using or to combine the 2 things you are checking. I've already explained what this means. It's or. Or means that this one can be true, this one can be false, but this will run. This can be false, this can be true, but this will run. Or the 2 of them can be true for this to run. But when both of them are false, this one will not run. Are you with me? So in actual fact, you can write every switch case as an if statement. You see, so the if statements, they are very important, okay? But the switch case statement too are also very equally important. It's also another way to write the if statement if you are simply doing a direct check. Notice that with the if statement, you can do less than or greater than or equal to, but with the switch case statement, you cannot do that. You only have to check exact things. You cannot check range or things like less than or greater than or those. You can only check exact things. So if you know exactly the number of things you want to check, then you can use a switch case. And the things you want to check are integers or characters, then you can use a switch case. But if the thing you want to check is a range of things, okay, a range of things, then you use the if statement. Okay. Okay. Does anybody have a question? Does anyone have a question? Hello. Are we still on the call?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so no questions, no confusion. Everybody understands everything perfectly.
So meaning after the default, and then you write invalid age, and then you break out, nothing comes again after that.
Oh, nothing. Basically it's just the end of the if. Sorry, the end of the switch. Okay.
Okay. I wanted to find out that.
Yes, but this is just pseudocode. You understand? So it doesn't really mean anything. Okay. In actual programming, what we normally do is to put curly brackets around it. Okay. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So in programming, we put curly brackets around it to denote the start and the end. But because this is just pseudocode, we will not bother ourselves with that too much. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question apart from the gentleman question? No other question. Okay, so let's go back to the slide share. Everybody can see the slides, right? Hello? Everyone can still see the slides.
No, sir.
Sir.
What are you seeing?
I'm seeing the whiteboard.
Whiteboard.
The whiteboard. Okay, let me go back and correct that. Okay. Do you see the slides now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is that a yes or no?
Yes, it's a yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 So let's do this very quickly. So you can see from here. Oh, sorry. So here, So here we start the program. We start a simple program. We declare a variable. It's an integer. Make sure that the variable you are using for the switch or select case is an integer or a character. Please, I cannot stress that enough. Students keep forgetting what I keep telling them every time. Okay? So please make sure it's an integer or a character first. Okay? Then next thing to do is that you need to collect it. So we do a prompt. Remember this one we said is called a prompt. That's where we ask the user for something. And then this one is an input where we collect the thing we are asking for. So remember the number must be between 0 and 10. Now, if you give us a number, we use that number for the switch. So if the number is 0 or 1, we will print hello. Notice that between case 1 and case 2, there's no break. Do you see that? There's no break. Okay? There's no break anywhere. Break is not there. Okay? So it means if number is equal to maybe 1, okay? You will see hello. Then because there's no break, you will see there. Because there's no break, you will see I am. Because there's no break, you will see Mickey. Then you see break, and then break will cause us to go out. Do you understand how it worked?
So please, you see all the
Yes. Hello there. I am Mickey. Because there's no break between any one of those things.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, what if num is equal what if num is equal to 2? Then it is not 0, it is not 1, but it is 2. So you see what there, because there's no break, you see I am. Because there's no break, you see what Mickey, and then you see the break, and break will cause you to what, to go out. So you see there I am Mickey. Is that understandable?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for the feedback. Okay, now let's do the next one. So the next one says that what if number is equal to 3? So what it means is that it's not 0, it's not 1, it's not 2, but it is 3. So I am, and then there's no break, so you see Mickey, and then you see the break, and because of break, you go out. Whenever you see break, you stop, you go out. Okay? If there's no break, you continue with the rest. So understandable? Hey, my officers, understandable?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for the feedback. Okay, now let's try the next one. So for example, if we have 4, then it's not 0, it's not 1, it's not 2, it's not 3, but it is 4. And so we see what? Mickey. And just after Mickey, there's a break. And so we see the end. So that is that. Okay. Then let's try the other one. So let's go to the other one. So now if it is not 4 and someone enters 5, so we see that this is not true, 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 but this is true. And so if this is true, you see how. Look between 6 and 7, there's nothing there, there's no break, so you go. Okay, between 7 and 8, there's no break, so you go. Then you see, are you? Then there's no break, so you go. Then you see number 9 has a break. So break means stop. So you go out. So in actual fact, you see, how are you? Are you okay? Are we okay? Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please, if you don't understand, this one is very simple. So ask the question. And there's enough time to explain it to you. So please, don't sit down and swallow everything, hook, line, and sinker. Okay?
Okay, sir.
But basically, this one is very easy. You can see it's very easy and understandable. Okay? It's very, very straightforward. If you see a brick, stop. If there's no brick, do what is there and the one down, and the one down, and the one down until you see a brick. And it's just like the if statement. The only difference is that you can only use it for integers and characters. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So what if it is 6? So 6. So 6 means that all of it is incorrect. Okay, all of this is not good. And then we go to 6. So 6 will go here, we'll go here, we'll print are you, and then we'll see break, we go out. Okay. 7 likewise. 7 is also the same thing. 8 is also the same thing. 9. So 9, if it is 9, notice that 9 break is the only thing you see under 9. Okay, break is the only thing, and break is not anything. So break means stop. So 9 you will not see anything. Okay, are we okay? Then when num is equal to 10, so 10 you see have a nice day, and then you see break. Maybe the person just wants to test the system, okay? And they enter 15. Notice that 15 is not listed, but we have a default, okay? So because 15 is not listed and there's a default, the default acts like an else, okay? So we'll see, sorry, the number is out of range. Are we okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
We are with you, sir.
yes. Yes? Okay. So that is that for the switch case. It's very simple, okay? It's a simple switch case statement, okay? So here, this one too, it looks something like very simple. So here, it's just like writing an if statement, okay? And then writing also, so you are checking if 0 is equal to what? Score grade divided by 10, okay? Or, sorry, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you do it one by one like that, okay? I think I didn't put enough space in there. So you have an if statement, and then you're checking if 0 is equal to score divided by 10, or 1 is equal to score divided by 10, or 2 is equal to score divided by 10, or 3 is equal to score divided by 10, or 4 is equal to score divided by 10, or 5 is equal to score divided by 10, close bracket, okay, before you do what? Grade F. Do you see that? For the, do you understand it? Do you understand how the if statement for this one works? Okay, so for the if statement, you have to make sure that the answer should be true or false. So you have to write it so that the answer, this one will check whether this one is equal to this. Okay, equal to that, or equal to this, or equal to that. Okay, so you check it one by one with this kind of expression. Okay, are we okay? Okay, I take it that we are all listening and we are all listening to me. Okay.
Yes, sir, we are here.
Okay, I just want to make sure you are here on the call. Okay, sometimes my thing goes off and I don't even know that it's on off.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so let's examine this one. So for example, if the answer to this is maybe, the answer to this is maybe 3. Okay, so we check, is it 0? No. Is 3 1? No. Is 3 2? No. Then is it 3? Yes, but there's nothing under 3 and there's no brick, so we go to 4. Is there something under 4? No. There's no brick, so we go to 5. Is there something under 5? Yes. So you come and do grade is equal to F. And then because of the break, you break out. Break means stop. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So another example could be that maybe we think that the answer to this one is 5. Okay. And so because it's 5 and it's not 1, sorry, 0, it's not 1, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, it is 5. We set grade equal to F. Everything here, if the answer is any one of these ones, we set grade equal to F and then we break. Break means we stop. Okay. So what if grade is equal to 9? So 9, you see 9 and 10, there's nothing in between them. And there's no break between 9 and 10. So it means whatever happens in 9 or 10, the answer is what? Grade A. So we set grade A and we break. Break means stop. Okay. Then the last but not the least, if I try an example, I can say that maybe if we say the test score, the answer to this is what? Maybe the answer is what? 7.1. Okay. Now, it is very important I do this example with you because, like I mentioned earlier, the switch case can only work for integers and characters. Now, if the number over here is 7.1, notice that there is no number over here saying 7.1. The closest number is 7, but it is not 7.1. So it will also not match. In fact, switch case cannot do decimals. If you try to do something like this, it will give you an error message. So please don't do this one, okay? Don't use decimals in switch case. If you have a number or a variable which may contain a decimal, use if statement instead of switch case. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So sir, please, can I ask a question?
Yeah, you can ask a question.
Yes. As we said earlier, that the switch case deals with integer and character.
Yes.
Yes. So at what instant or in real life, in what situation do we normally call for the switch case or statement?
Okay, if we are building a selection, something like a menu selection.
Okay, sir.
Something called a menu selection. You know what a menu is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That contains items or options.
Yes. So if you have a definite number of menu items, you give each one of them a unique number, and then you can use the switch case to select the one that people click on. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So menus, when you have a unique number of items, it is advisable to use a switch case instead of an if statement, because switch case is very simple. Okay. But if, like I said, if you have range, things that involve range of items, okay, something like this, don't use switch case, okay? But if you have x equal to 5, x can be 6, x can be 8, x can be 2. This kind of thing is good for switch case because you have all the numbers, whole numbers, they are there. You can write a case for each one of the numbers. Remember, if you don't include the case over here, it will not run. So all the numbers must be definite so you can list them. Are we okay?
Yes.
Okay. So that is where or when you use a switch case.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sir.
So we are going to try this one before I leave the class. Very simple. So it's Accra, let's say Accra Sports Stadium. We want to write a program for Accra Sports Stadium so that if you enter the team number, it will print the name of the team for you. You see, it's very simple. Hello, are we there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we are all going to together. It's not. I'm not going to do it without you. So all of us, we are going to the whiteboard, and then we will do it together so that at least everybody will help us with it. Okay. So let me get to the whiteboard. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me move away from this board, from this side of the board. Okay. Now, we need to create a program what we want to do is that we want to create a program that will accept the team number, and then based on the team's number, we will print the name of the team. Okay, so it means in that program, what are the two things we need? We need the team number, okay? We need a team number. And then we need the team name, okay? So these two things are very important for us inputs, okay? Now, we can use a switch case or we can use an if statement, okay? It's important. We can use an if statement. It's very simple. We can also use a switch case. It's also very, very, very simple. But the reason why we are going to use the switch case is that there are only 5 numbers. Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, Team 4, and Team 5. So because there are only 5 numbers, it is better to use a switch case because it's very simple to write. Hey, John Adam Ahito, please, come on. Stop writing on the thing. Hey, those who keep writing on the whiteboard, I don't even understand why. Okay, so we have 5 numbers, okay, only 5 numbers. So it is better to use a switch case, okay? So the plan is that we are going to design our program so that we will enter the team number into a variable, of course. Then when we enter the team number into a variable, the program will take the team number into a variable and switch into one of the cases. Are we okay? Okay. So number 1. So in our plan, let's start our program. Okay. Hey, Moses. Hello. Come on. Hey, those of you who keep writing on the board, I don't really understand why you are writing on the board. I said, stop touching the board. Number 2. So we declare a variable, which is an integer variable. Let's call it number to represent the team number, okay? Then number 3, we want to collect the team number. So we do a prompt. So we say enter team number. Okay. Okay. Then number 4. Number 4, we go ahead and now collect the number. So we do input and then the number. So once we now have the number, let's use switch case. So let's switch on the team number. So having switched on the team number, the first case, which is case 1, we write colon. Okay, so you make sure you write case and then the colon. Then you number 7, you write what we want to. So for instance, we want to write Cape Coast venomous vipers. Okay, then number 8, please make sure to add the break statement. The break statement stops it from going to the next one. Then number 9, we are done. So we write the case 2. Then number 10, so that's for the team 2. So number 10, if your team is team number 2, we want to write Elmina Sharks. Okay, then also add the break. This is number 11. Number 12, then we are on the third case, case 3. Okay, so I'll stop and then I'll go to the other side of the program. Okay. Okay. Sorry, let me remove this text and then okay, but I hope you are following me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm the one writing, but I hope you guys are following. Okay. So where did we reach? We were able to declare the variable, collect the value into the variable. Then Joseph, don't write on the board. Come on, Joseph, stop. Okay. Then input the value inside the variable and switch on the variable num. Okay, which is the number. Okay. Then if it is case 1, then we write Cape Coast venomous vipers and we break. If it is case 2, we write Elmina Sharks. If it is case 3, we write Accra Lions. So let's come and write Accra Lions. So we write quote Accra Lions. Okay. Sorry. Then case 4. Case 4, we write Wafa. Mr. Solomon, you're in. Stop. Mr. Solomon, stop. David Asari, please stop. Then finally, case 5, we write I think it's Accra Great Olympics. Accra Great Olympics. And then and then let's end the switch. Okay. Okay, so we have the program all done now. I want us to see it, so let me squeeze the bit. Solomon, come on. I told you to stop what you're doing. Okay, So everybody can see the program, right? Sorry. Can we all see the program, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry, I'm getting some water. Okay, so very simple program. That's what we want it to do. So like I said, make sure that the switch variable is always an integer variable or a character variable. If you're using character, for example, remember to put the quotes around the various characters, okay? Single quote for a character, okay? So please remember that one. So we collect the number, we collect the character value, sorry, the number value, and then we check the various cases. If the case is 1, we print something, and then we break. Break means stop and then go out, okay? Case 2, we print Elmina Sharks. We break. Break means stop and go out. Case 3, we print Accra Lions. We break means stop and go out. Case 4, we print Wafa. Break means stop and go out. And then case 5, finally, we print Accra Great Olympics. Break means stop and go out. So that's it. You see, it's very, very simple. Switch case is simple when you have, or if you have, very clear numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are there. The numbers are there. You are not imagining or adding any other thing, or there's no range. Then you can use something like the switch case. So with that out of the way, if there are no further questions, then we'll end our class over here. And then I want to remind you to go to the LMS. By tomorrow, everything will be ready. All the other slides, I'll open them one by one so you can have access to them. Then there's a small test after every session. There's a small test that I want to go and do on the LMS, and then get some feedback so that I know whether you are following us or you are not understanding us. Okay, if you have any questions too, the discussion forum is available on the LMS. Kindly go to the LMS, type your questions. Your friends and myself can answer you so that you can better understand what we are doing. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions for me? And then we close. Yes.
Yes, sir. Concerning I think next week is face-to-face, right?
Oh, are you asking me?
No.
I hope you're not asking me.
Yes, but you said...
No, you're not supposed to ask me, but everybody has the calendar.
No, I'm not.
So next week is not face to face, please.
But he seems like he wants to ask me. That's why I'm asking him.
Yes,
whether he's asking me.
Yes, I'm just reminder. Next week is face to face, and you said it's going to be a presentation, right?
Hey, did you hear what your friends are saying?
It's not
next week.
It's not face to face.
Where are you reading your timetable from?
Okay, thank you. I think yes, I was doubting because some.
Why are you doubting? There's a schedule. Follow the schedule. Don't be doubting or guessing. The thing, Ghana people, you don't like reading the thing that
you give to you at all.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
The thing is there, given to you. Read it. Don't be guessing and arranging your own thing. Okay, just read it. Okay. So please, let's follow the schedule. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So read the schedule. The schedule is there. Read it. Don't come and ask me when that is. Okay. Next week is not face to face. I beg you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir. But yeah. So, sir, please.
There is no presentation. There is no presentation. I only asked you to go and do the assignment and return it in person. I never said anything. Don't put any words in my mouth.
Thank you, sir. Maybe I'm just taking you from a different lecture. Sorry.
You are trying to superimpose everything, the other people to my own. Mine is a different course. Okay, it's called programming, structured programming. Okay, so please,
thank you, sir.
do what I am asking you to do. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Any other question? Any other question? In the absence of any question, we will call it a day, and then you can. I think you have another class, so you can have some time to rest before the next class.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you too. Thank you too. Thank you.